Hi, I'm Claire and I want to do this video about grief and losing my dad. It's been about almost 7 months now. It was the end of September that he passed away, and it's been a long road, really long road, both when he was poorly and then after he was gone. So I'm just going to tell you a few things that I noticed. So I was his next of kin, so I was the main person who would visit him and sorted out all his posts and his where he would be staying, and just spoke for him when he couldn't. Basically, I made sure he was okay. So there was a lot on me at the time, and yeah, it wasn't easy. I'm not complaining, but I just wanted to be there for him and yeah, just do what I could really. So yeah, there was a couple of times when I really struggled, and the first one really was when he first got into the hospice. So he was in and out of hospital and care places between April and September, so there was a lot of moving around and different people and things like that. But the thing was, when he first got to the hospice, which is where he spent his last few days, the doctors needed to ask me a load of questions just to kind of see what had happened up to that point. And at the time I was really sleep deprived, and just, yeah, it wasn't the best thing to happen really, because I was kind of like, well, surely there's notes written from the hospital and things, why are they asking me all these questions? So I answered the best I could and ended up in tears because it was just all too much. So yeah, it was just really hard, but I got through it. I just felt like I was being a bit interrogated really, but it was okay. So the other thing that sticks out in my mind was the Friday before he passed away. He passed away on the Saturday morning, and the Friday morning I got a call at around 20 to 4 in the morning, something like that, because I don't usually keep my phone on loud during the night. I usually turn it off to keep it so I can sleep and it doesn't disturb me, but because things were happening with my dad, I kept it on. So yeah, they rang me at about 20 to 4 in the morning just to say that he'd got a bit worse, so if I did want to see him, then it'd be a good idea to come, even though I'd been to see him anyway pretty much every day since he'd got in there. So yeah, I went to see him, but because I'd been awake, I couldn't get back to sleep obviously after they'd rung me, so I'd been awake for kind of from 3:30, 20 to 4, and I was just really emotional as well, really exhausted, so I couldn't drive. So I ended up getting a taxi from my dad's house, because I went to pick up some music CDs of his choir that he sang in, just for him to listen to in his room. So anyway, I got to the hospice, got near his room, and I just couldn't go in. I was just so scared to go in on my own. So I went back to the office that I'd just gone past and knocked on the door and just explained I'd been on my own all the time, and I was just really upset and just burst into tears. So I think it was actually the boss of the hospice she came, took me into a little side room with comfy purple sofas. I can remember the purple sofas. And I had a really good cry in there and explained why I was so upset. Because in the taxi as well, I decided that whatever happened, it would be the last time that I'd see him. Because it was just too hard. Really, really hard. And it was too upsetting. So I decided, yeah. So that was upsetting me as well. But so yeah, I had a really good cry, had a chat to her, and another lady that came in had a chat to her just to kind of get my feelings out and things. And then I was finally ready to go in after a quick look on Instagram at the positive pages that I had at the time on my other Instagram. Anyway, just before I was about to come in, I got a message from my dad's old friend on Facebook to say that she was there already. So that made me feel a bit better as well. So yeah, so that was another tough time. So yeah. And because I was on my own, it was, in a way, it was a good thing because I could do my own thing and didn't have anybody else to worry about when I was at home. So that was good. But then at one point, I think it was the Thursday night, I was getting my cats ready for bed and I just burst into tears and I just couldn't stop crying. I remember being on my hands and knees on the floor and I just could not stop crying. So I ended up messaging my mum, who I'd been kept in contact with throughout the kind of time when my dad was poorly. So I ended up messaging her still in floods of tears and I said, I want my mum, can you come over? Because she lived kind of, I think, just under an hour away, something like that. So she decided, yes, I shall come over, and she ended up staying for a few days, which was really good, because the first thing she did when she came was I was having a rest upstairs in my bedroom and I came down and she'd washed up for me, which was lovely. So yeah, things like that were nice. But yeah, so she picked me up on the Friday after I'd spent like from about 9 o'clock till about 3, so I'd spent quite a lot of the day with him. I found that grief has similarities with autism. It's not a straight line, it's kind of like this, up and down. Sometimes you're fine, and then other times it's really hard losing somebody. And it's just a matter of dealing with it as best you can and getting help and support as much as you can. So I was quite lucky because the hospice where he passed away, they have kind of bereavement help all along the way if you need it. So that was really, really helpful. And friends and family have been amazing. So yeah, just take it each day at a time and just yeah, it will take time. Time is a great healer, they always say. And when you're going through that, it sounds rubbish because you can't see anywhere other than how you're feeling at that moment and that day and that week. But it does get easier. I found the last month or two it's got easier. I suppose you kind of accept it as well. So yeah, anybody that's going through losing a family member or a friend at the moment, I'm so sorry for your loss. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. But yeah, just deal with it. That sounds really awful, but just be kind to yourself. That's a better way of putting it. And it will get easier over time. They kind of say that a year is a good marking point for when it will get easier, but I found the 6 month mark has been my kind of thing. I'm not sure how I'll feel when it's been like the year anniversary, but that's quite a way off yet, so we'll see. But I'm going to talk about the anniversaries and things in another video because his birthday was really hard. But yeah, anyone who's dealing with this at the moment, as I said before, just be kind to yourself. Some days will be easier, some days will be more difficult. Different things that you have to do related to it, and different milestones like their birthday, your birthday, things like that are going to be obviously difficult because that person's not there with you. But yeah, just take each day at a time. And yeah, I'm not sure really how to end this, but yeah, just thanks for watching, and I'm going to do another video soon about the different things that I dealt with after he passed away. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.